final morning in NYC. 1 o'clock is when my speech starts. Heading to the venue, Lincoln Center, at like 11 a.m. And I just got a notification from Hillel that my flight is delayed. So, Shabbos, yeah, a little bit nervous. But, you know, just a little more anxiety on an anxious day already. Going to get coffee. Must have coffee. Like their coffee around here. This is a very, very last minute meeting. I am running upstairs after this, getting packed up, going to the graduation, then going straight to the airport. But my boy Israel Schachter, aka Yummy, that's what I call him, wrote me literally this morning. He's like, I'm in the airport with a fascinating woman you must meet. We'll sit, we'll hang out, whatever. Then he comes, he's like, oh, I actually got to go to a meeting. You hang out with her. And I was like, that's weird. Boy, am I happy. Okay, so literally, like, I've kept interrupting her because I just like, there's so much we need to cover, and I just want you guys to hear this story. Okay, so first of all, what's your name?
Lana Israel.
Lana, I didn't know your last name was Israel.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Great name. Okay, so Lana Israel, and you know, you guys know, I meet a lot of fascinating people, and I'm in the, you know, this whole vlog started because I want to give people the opportunity to meet fascinating people. I'm pretty sure I could say it's safe to say I've not met someone as fascinating as you in a very long time for a whole bunch of reasons. Let's start with the fact I know it's very dark here because the light is right behind us. But all right, what do you do?
So I run a company called Musology.
Musology, great name. What is Musology?
Okay, so Musology is based on the premise that while a lot of students struggle with learning, those same students know the words to countless pop songs. So we assemble a team of hit songwriters and producers to help teach kids content and curriculum they have to learn in school.
Okay, so why is this so interesting? So first of all, I love the fact that you have a background in the world of memory.
Right.
You have a background in the world of music. You looked at your two passions, you said, holy smoke, there's an unbelievable intersection between these two things, and you created it. You owned it. I love that. But I can't help it. I got to talk about how this all started. How old were you when you got into this world of memory?
So I became fascinated with memory probably at the age of 10, but I started doing research on memory when I was about 11, 12.
10, you were into it. 12, you started. But you didn't just start. You went big. When you were 12 years old, like 12 freaking years old, what were you doing with 12?
So I did my 8th grade science project on a learning technique called mind mapping, which is a visuospatial way of documenting information.
Okay.
Through, I think, several serendipitous events, I wound up getting invited to present my research at a global education conference in Sydney, Australia.
Right.
And in preparation for that conference, I wrote a little book on mind mapping.
At 12, mind you. Yes. Mind you. Nice play on words, Hillel. Fist bump. Yes, go on.
That was good, yeah.
Thank you.
Give me a second there.
Thank you.
So I get to Australia, and within about 24 hours, I'm all over local radio and newspaper, and I was on this show called The Ray Martin Show, which they described as the Johnny Carson of Australia.
Johnny Carson, if you don't know, is like, let's call him I was going to say Jay Leno, but Jay Leno was also like old school. Like,
yeah, so now you know how old I am.
What's his name? Cool
Jimmy
guy.
and Jimmy.
Jimmy Fallon.
A lot of Jimmys.
Fallon, yeah. Okay, yeah, so, all right. And
within a week, I had a book publishing deal.
At 12? 13.
I just turned 13, right?
Okay.
See, you got the facts straight. I like it.
I had a lot of coffee this morning. Yeah, I had a lot of coffee this morning. I'm actually not kidding. Yes, go on.
So yeah, I grew up in Miami, returned to Miami, started a company called Brain Power for Kids, through which I continued to research memory and learning, started getting invitations to speak all over the world, self-published the book, wrote another book, created some multimedia learning content. So that's where my fascination and work with memory and learning began.
Incredible. So again, I'm apologizing again. I know I keep saying it, but really, I want to talk to you for 2 more hours just because of my day is a little nuts. So I want to just, if I may, sum up kind of the things that you told me and tell me if this is accurate. You basically, like you said, but you mentioned it before, you alluded to it, but you know, music, it invokes so much, and our brains somehow remember, like you said, pop songs, and I hear a song from 1980. I remember where I was in 6th grade. I don't know what grade I was in 1980, but let's just call it 6th grade. I remember where I was at that given moment when that song played on the radio. Like, I don't remember my kids' names. Like, how do I remember that? So the answer is music has this, like you called it, some sort of a magical, quote unquote, not really, I'm assuming you can understand the cognitive, explanation for this, but as far as I'm concerned, there's magic. There's something seriously unique about music and memory, and you said, why don't we take the old school curriculum that these kids are sitting and memorizing ridiculous things that, and by the way, a topic for our next meeting, like, I know there are certain things that I study and I memorize that I put in and I don't know enough about my brain to tell you the scientific explanation. I know it's in a place in my brain that I'll remember it short term, but in the long term I'll totally forget this.
Right.
Whereas music you remember forever.
Well, so those are the two things that are fascinating about music, and quite frankly, it feels like magic, right? Because it's not just that it's super easy to remember information put to music. You remember that information for forever, right? So we were saying, song comes on the radio you haven't heard since you were a teenager, all the words come back to you.
100%.
So like, imagine if you had information of meaning and value, or that was important for you to learn and understand, kind of accessible like that, right?
Incredible. Okay, so again, you're gonna get annoyed because I keep saying I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say I'm sorry again just because I'm in a super rush. Two things. Number one, as I said to you off camera, I'm saying to you on camera, whatever I can do to help you in any way, shape, or form, we're gonna connect the next week. We're gonna have a call. We're gonna figure it out. Equally important, if somebody's watching this, whether it's an investor that is looking to get into this space because you're raising capital, or it's a publication that's interested in this space and wants to write about you, or it's anybody really who wants to be in touch with you. What is the best means by which to contact you to get in touch with you? What's easiest for you?
Musology.com.
Musology.com. Is there a contact form there that can get in touch with you?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Musology. M-U-S-O.
M-U-Z.
M-U-Z.
Yeah. M-U-Z.
Is M-U-S taken?
Yeah.
Try to buy it.
Thanks.
Just my 2 cents. By the way, my editor is going to actually kill me for taking a video in front of the window this way, but I didn't have a choice because we're in a crowded lobby, so Joseph worked with it. But M-U-Z.
O-L-O-G-Y.com.
Yep. Love it. Absolutely fascinating to me. And again, apologize that I'm cutting short, but I really got to run. But listen, I'm going to ask Israel to connect us by email. Next week we'll have a call.
Great.
If something beyond that, if something pops into your head, even like, oh, maybe Hillel can help with that. We're not connected yet. When you connect us, just at any point, after, before the call, whatever, shoot me an email. You want to meet this this VC, you want some ideas on market, whatever, anything I can do to help, no strings attached, would love to help. I love this. I love the intersection, like I said, of technology and psychology, and you're like right there. I mean, it's the music and it's brilliant. But I'm super, super happy I got to meet you, and this is kickoff meeting.
Love it.
We're going to continue the conversation. Also, I should point out that she's wearing the coolest boots ever. I know, the most awkward thing I've ever done in a meeting, but look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at her bag. I knew you were fascinating when you walked in. All right. Anyway, we're gonna continue this conversation. Oh, look at that lighting. It's so much better like that. You see? All right. We're gonna continue the conversation. I'm running.
Okay.
Again, I apologize. I'm leaving you in the lobby, but chill here, relax here.
Yeah.
And we're gonna.
Beautiful lobby. I like
awesome.
it.
It's a cool place.
Yeah.
And we're gonna continue the conversation. Okay?
Sounds great.
Fascinating. Thank you so much. Israel hooked me up with the driver. I was going to take a lift to the venue. He sent his driver. Pretty awesome. About out of my league. I'm going to give the commencement speech right there at Lincoln Center. This place is Humongo Jungo. I got a half an hour to be inside. OMG. Say hello. What's your name?
Nick.
You're the man here. You're the man here. That's the cool.
I'm the man here?
You're the man here. Thank you for everything. I'm very excited. I'm a little bit intimidated, but I'm very excited. Thank you for organizing this whole thing.
We're happy to have you. We're looking forward.
I'm happy to be had. Thank you, sir.
And most important, the class of 2018.
He brings over a decade of marketing experience with leading Israeli and Silicon Valley startups, and currently collaborates with many global brands, including Google, Oracle, and Microsoft, in an official marketing capacity. Hillel covers the dynamic local tech scene for many leading publications, including Entrepreneur Magazine, Inc., TechCrunch, and the Huffington Post. Hillel Fuld mentors startups across Israel in different accelerators, including the Google Launchpad, the Microsoft Ventures Accelerator, Techstars, The Junction, and many more. He has been named Israel's top marketer and was featured on CNBC. Forbes magazine dubbed him the the man transforming startup nation into scale-up nation. Hillel Fuld has hundreds of thousands of followers across the social web, and when you get home, not right now, go to Twitter. You can find him by searching Hillel Fuld or at HillZFuld, 1 L, HillZFuld. We thank Hillel Fuld for being here today to share his story. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Hillel Fuld.